Free.
Free. You know what? Let's just cut straight to the review.
The story itself is pretty self-explanatory. We have 4 swimmers, Nagisa, Rin, Haruka, Makoto, and Rei, the new guy with specs. The 4 of them had once competed together as a swimming team for a tournament back in their elementary school days before their innocence had been taken away with their adolescence. 4 years down the line, they all find themselves reunited at high school. What a coincidence. Except for that cunt. But more on him later. After their somewhat enthusiastic reunion, they then run into Rin, Haru's very discreet love interest whose heart had been stomped after humiliating Titan-sized defeat at the pool before Rin took off to the Aussies and wanted to swim with the kangaroos. And hoping he'll one day surpass Haru and make it to the Olympics with those natural razor-sharp transplanted shark teeth. Even after Rin's victory and praise from Haru, he still ain't satisfied. Afterwards, Nagisa is like, let's get a swimming club going so we can accidentally run into Rin and make him realise that he'll always be Haru's bitch. Then along the way we have many man service, but nowhere near as severe as to distract the show from its main purpose like many other shows. As for my thoughts on the story, it's pretty simplistic, like many of Kyoto Animation's shows. It keeps true to the formula of Kyoto's animation style of anime, which in Free's case is just the same thing but with men, and dubstep, and many yaoi fan flicks that write itself. The story pretty much clings to the rivalry between Haru and Rin from start to finish, unlike another show that must not be mentioned here. But as an overall, the story pretty much adapts to the actions of our main characters where they do dive into some backstories on each individual except for that happy cut. When this show aired, I was particularly surprised at the real significance of swimming in this anime, as I thought it was just a throwaway to bring these guys together, but in this case, it wasn't, as the title itself blended together so well with the theme of the show. So taking everything into consideration, I'll be giving this story the characters for the series was the main selling point, so to say you watch Free for the plot is kind of weak. Seeing the interactions between the characters was somewhat cute, I suppose, like many of Kyoto's other shows that they like to rely on. As many archetypes that were present, I still enjoyed the interactions between all of them, as I felt the characters were somewhat irreplaceable with the character chemistry we got. Nagisa with his quirky, impulsive personality, Makoto's something, Haruka's blank kudere personality with just one fixation on water, and Rin, the guy with the most noticeable changes amongst the 4. And Rei, the analytical perfectionist that becomes a hindrance with swimming freely. Then Ko as an echo of all the fangirls' excitement of getting wet. I particularly felt that it was relieving to have a healthy balance of the dark moments and the fun moments, like seeing the team taking in turns helping Rei swim naturally and the embarrassing past of the attractive teacher. Like most people that dropped the show as soon as they saw the opening hit, the show did have its fair share of dark times, which predictably cropped up whenever we get a glimpse to just about any character's past in the show. But at the very least, I did like that the show managed to address and resolve the issues instead of idly ignoring it and pushing it to the side. Therefore, I'll be giving the characters a strong. The animation done by Kyoto is generally always pleasing to the eye. The way they executed the animation for the water was near perfection, despite how much of their detail was focused on guys with that slight imperfection of showing no nipples. But then again, how often do you see nipples in anime characters? Seriously, other than girls. The style was very vibrant and inviting to look at, and really did make you envision the beautiful sensation that summer is here and here to stay. Therefore, the animation gets a solid. The soundtrack for Free was one of my most favourable aspects of the show, directed by Tsuruoka Yota, who did pretty much all the popular Kyoto shows and Axel World in extension. He absolutely nailed it with this one. The music really did scream summer, and then the healthy mix of all the other variety of tracks really reeled me in. As an overall, the soundtrack felt like something that you could also listen to just outside of the anime itself, which is quite rare for me to say, but it's the truth, so I'll be awarding the soundtrack a. Overall, Free offers that flexibility of enjoyment where the viewer doesn't need to overthink about what happens in the story next. As a sports series, I wouldn't suggest it as the competitiveness isn't quite there as there are with other shows, but offers something vastly different from the usual Kyoto anime, and isn't simply all about the fan service, as the show offers some great character chemistry with one and the other that holds sentimental value to reel you into feeling somewhat a little attached to the obstacles that await the characters. So after taking just about everything into consideration, based on the scores of plot, character, sound, animation, and likability, I'll be awarding this show with a splashing score of... So do check out Free legally on Crunchyroll, especially if you've watched K-On! Uta no Prince Summer. I'm the Sly Dragon 93. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Leave your suggestions down below on what you would like to see me review next, and I'll see you all later. Bye.